is a Leo full moon after all, which is very much connected to love, expressing love, self-love. So let's see where the energy takes us, shall we? Now, you know what I'm going to ask you to do next. For all my Leos here, how you feeling? Check on your Leo friends today, okay? But you know what I'm going to ask you to do next? Janet knows. She didn't sleep on it. She went right into it. I'm going to need to feel like you guys are ready for this message because I'm working over here sounding like Kermit the Frog. So you're going to need to at least give me like 7% of what I'm giving you, okay? Let's see. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Go, 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 go. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I like the energy. I like the energy. Let's get this party started. I think we're there. I think we're there. Okay. Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Give me the overall energy here as it relates to my collective and love. What do they need to know at this time? Oh, damn. Damn. Okay. So there's someone that you're connected to. There's someone you're connected to that feels like there's something that they don't want to take blame for. There's something that they don't want to be accountable for. There's definitely someone you're connected to that still is very heavily attached to your energy. But it's like they're refusing to take accountability or ownership for something that happened here. But something definitely went awry. Something definitely went wrong here. It didn't go the way that you both had hoped. It feels like this relationship could have been cut short. Or this relationship just never got off the ground. There's definitely this energy of feeling like the two of you are forced into your healing because of what went wrong. Like it went so wrong that it triggered such deep wounds that both of you right now feel like you have no choice but to heal. Because it feels heavy. Like heavy energy. But there's this energy on your person's side of not taking accountability for this. It's like there's a part of them that's not wanting to admit something that went wrong. Or at least not wanting to acknowledge their part in it. Damn. Right off the bat. What else do we need to know about this? What is the energy here on this person's side as it relates to my collective? Who is this person in my Damn. Lamaze breathing. This is somebody who went back and forth trying to make a decision about your relationship, didn't make a decision about your relationship, and left you in a period of indecision for way too long. And I feel like when you started to push back and ask for what you wanted, when you started to push back and assert yourself, this is somebody that essentially decided to take the easy way out. Damn. This is somebody who basically took the coward's way out, the easy way out, because they went back and forth for so long where finally you were like, well, what's going on here? Like, enough is enough. Like, let's make a choice here. Like, let's either move forward or not at all. Like, I feel like you could have put the pressure on this person because you wanted to move to a state of union. You felt like this was a twin flame or soul connection. You felt very strongly that the two of you were destined to be together. Both of you did. And I still feel like both of you feel that way. There's still this energy on both sides that you feel like you are supposed to be together. But there's this energy on your side of like, I can't do this alone. I can't do this alone. And you feel like this is somebody who maybe talked a good game in the past, but couldn't sustain it. I'm getting the energy of going back and forth, maybe even between you and someone else, or between you and like another idea. It does feel like this is somebody who was juggling. Okay? Doesn't have to be another person, but they were definitely juggling in their head and in their heart. And I'm seeing that this is somebody who, again, eventually decided to take the easier path. And it only feels easier because you finally put pressure on this person. And for the first time, they were like, okay, I can't do this. That's what I feel like is getting you down about this person, because for a long time, you were so gentle with this person. You gave them all the time in the world and space to make a decision. But then eventually when you were like, hey, what's going on here? And like you finally put a little bit of pressure, like a tiny little pressure. Then this person basically like jumped ship. That's what this feels like. Okay. What do we need to know about this person's current status connected to my collective? Could be a Libra. One of you could be a Libra. I feel Libra energy here. I also feel Piscean energy here. This is definitely someone who's heavily dreaming about you at this time. This is somebody who could possibly get their karma because of you. I get the energy of this person potentially putting themselves at risk karmically because of what they did here. This doesn't feel like a situation in which this person treated you fairly, to be honest. And I feel like for a long time, this is a heavy message, okay? So I'm going to share this with love because I love you all. For a long time, I feel like this is somebody who didn't necessarily treat you fairly and did go back and forth in the situation. And eventually, it's like it almost feels like they discarded the situation. And now I feel like they are going to reap the consequences. I feel that they are going to be in a state in which they have to face really uncomfortable truths about themselves and their life, because you're no longer around there to catch them when they fall like you were for so long, because they finally pushed you over the edge. Could be an air sign in general, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, okay? Yeah, this person left you when you were going through something difficult. That's what it feels like. And the first time that you ever applied pressure in terms of being like, I need your help, or I need this, or I need something, or just give me something to work with, gone. Gone in 60 seconds. That's what this feels like. Damn. What else? The song right now is No Scrubs. Some of you could be like, you're trying to let this, water off a duck's back. You're trying to just let this, be brushed off like dirt off your shoulder. Okay? You're trying not to dwell on this. Try not to dwell on this. What is my collective thinking about this person at this time? Damn. Yeah. You feel like the first time you put expectations on this relationship, this person rejected the very small ask that you had. And you didn't even ask that much. And I feel like Spirit's basically in this trying to get your attention, trying to speak to you directly, to give you hope for a brighter future and a brighter day beyond this person. Because I feel like your awakening is actually leading to your higher purpose and a love that is actually truly emotionally available to you. And it feels like for a lot of you, you had to experience this. You had to experience this relationship in order to recognize that what you were asking for wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. This person made you feel like asking for such a small thing was too much consistently. I feel like the universe was like, there was a reason why we were trying to pull you away from accepting breadcrumbs. Because you deserved a damn loaf. Bakery, the whole damn bakery, right? What do we need to know about my collective moving forward from this person? And how will my person respond to this? Okay. This person's not done with you, to be honest. I do feel like this is somebody who did leave you behind. This is somebody who did detach from this connection. This is definitely somebody who might even be using an excuse that they think that you're connected to someone else, or they think that you've moved on in order to be able to, get away with not having any type of guilt, assuade their guilt. Because there's a part of them that does feel guilty, but I feel like they're almost trying to convince themselves that you're better off without them, or that you've moved on, to not feel a sense of guilt. But I feel like that's temporary. This is definitely somebody that I feel like is wanting to come forward. Somebody who does still want something here with you. The question is, do you want something here with them? Damn. What do we need to know about what my collective desires with this person, if anything? You feel like this person limits you. A lot of you feel like you're afraid to let this person in again because you feel like it's going to be the same old story. And there's a part of your higher self that I feel like is stepping in and like trying to shake you, being like, no, don't do it. Don't let us go back there. We've been here before, okay? We bought a ticket. We cried in front of the theater into our popcorn. And the movie was the same. The credits were the same. It was the same old story. The same plot, the same characters, the same narrative, the same outcome. Let's go to another theater altogether. Heck, let's go to the opera. There's this energy of being like, I don't want to experience the same thing again here. On your side. On your side. Okay, what action will this person take? You're not that character anymore. That's what it is. You're not that character anymore. For a long time, you were happy to play that character. And I feel for a long time, you thought you were happy with that outcome. But I feel like you realized that you weren't tapped into how you were actually feeling emotionally. Because there was a part of you were disconnected from, that I feel that you have now connected to. And that felt painful to connect to that part of yourself, because it was painful to connect to a part of yourself that was feeling like you weren't receiving what you deserved. It was painful to acknowledge that you were letting yourself down, but you did it. because you knew that was the only way to get on the other side of this, in order to be able to receive what you actually deserved, which was someone to love you so wholly and unequivocally that they would never for a moment allow you to even watch a movie about losing them. Never mind actually experience doing so. Damn. Some of you could have been a fan of Hanson. That's a very specific message, okay? Some of you could have 2 brothers. Some of you could be named Taylor. What do we need to know about moving forward here with this connection? There is so much less stress and anxiety moving on from this. There is so much less tension, stress. I feel like this is about you stepping into a state of authority. Stepping into a state of authority to do what is best for you. And it feels empowering at this time. This is one of those moments where you can actually watch yourself in real time close a cycle. See, many don't understand the definition of quantum time. It's not time at all. It's an experience and a moment, but it isn't necessarily a figment or representation of time. And you can be in both past, present, and future, right? So it has no real time. It's a state of existence. Many of you are going to be in a state of quantum time in which you can actually see yourself closing this cycle. And as you decide to close this cycle, you can acknowledge how that affects your past version of self, how that affects your present and your future self. And as you experience that, it feels like you have this moment of catharsis, where you finally shut the door to something that I feel has not only been a challenge within this lifetime, but in many past lifetimes. I feel for many of you, you have past lives that are interconnected to this as well. There's past life karma here that you are finally addressing. I heard rectifying. You are rectifying the wrongs of the past. I heard nobody puts baby in the corner. Yeah. No one can make you feel small unless you let them, right? No one can silence you unless you let them, right? No one can suppress you unless you let them. No one can control you unless you let them. No one can make you play a small character if you are the main character and you always have been. Okay? Damn. What do we need to know about moving forward? It is challenging to do so, but for many of you, you have the courage to make this change. You do. You have the courage to make this change. And I actually feel like if this person right now is detaching, because I feel like in this moment, your person is detaching. In this exact moment. In the future, they won't be. But right now, they are. That's a blessing. Take it. And I said it again, take it. Take this moment in which they are detaching as an opportunity for you to do the same. See it as a blessing. See the blessing that it is. For many of you who've experienced this person being detached, you look at it as something that feels painful. You look at it as something as, oh, they're rejecting me. No, they're giving you an out. Giving you an out. And as you get this out, okay, I see many of you will have the courage to be able to move towards a connection that feels so healing to you. It feels like the truth here shall set you free. Again, many of you are dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is somebody who is still very much still energetically connected to you. Okay, truthfully. But in order for any potential of this relationship to ever have any semblance of structure, of commitment, of divinity, to actually be able to honor each other, the only way is for you to shut the door on this person right now. So I feel like as you shut the door on this person, you fully submit to your healing. Look at this, Empress energy and the Emperor. You have the solution. You can protect yourself at this time. Allow yourself this moment to grow, to flourish. Allow the seeds you've planted to become a beautiful garden. Allow yourself to be able to bloom from this fertile ground. As you continue to grow and expand, of course, you can attract anything you desire. But what you desire truly is an actual partnership, is a kingdom spouse, is a counterpart, somebody who can meet you where you are. But you cannot attract someone who can meet you where you are if you're always going back to meet someone where they are. And I'll say that again. You can't attract someone who will meet you where you are if you're always trying to go to where they are to meet them first. Okay? You must have the confidence to sit on your throne. You must have the confidence to know your worth. You must have the confidence to be patient and to simply revel in your divinity as the universe finds a match for this frequency. Yes, when you've put this much work into yourself and you've established yourself to this degree, sometimes it takes time to attract someone of your caliber. Be patient. Don't rush. Don't get restless. Don't get desperate. Why would you need to be? Okay? Look at how much power you have simply by sitting on this throne. Look how much power you have simply by being aware of your power. For many of you, that's all it's going to take. You could attract somebody new here. I do see an Aries here who could be coming forward. You could be an Aries or have strong fire placements. I do see potential for this relationship to get off the ground, but for most of you, this is what's going to happen. You're going to meet somebody who makes you feel like love is something that is safe to indulge in. Someone that makes you feel free to open your heart unlike any way that you have before. Not necessarily better, but differently. And as you open your heart to this new partner, you will feel inspired. You will feel invigorated. You'll feel expansive. Now, I just heard trouble in the hen house. As you do so, I do see this person coming back forward with new confidence, with an ask of something from you. Only you can decide how you respond to that offer. Only you can decide how to respond to this person from the past coming forward, because inevitably they will. But for many of you, it's a test. It's a spiritual test to determine whether you're willing to stay content in this new partnership. Because this person from the past, they've had an epiphany. The epiphany they've had here is that their third eye was blocked in the past. They weren't seeing things clearly. They needed to plant new seeds to be able to have opportunities. They've been taunted and tormented by dreams that make them feel guilty about their treatment of you. They weren't willing to take ownership in the past, but they weren't open to receive anything from you, never mind culpability or ownership of their bad decisions. They were in a state of avoidance for some time, and they did take the easy way out. But the easy way out, as we know, isn't easy for long. For those of us who have experienced the journey and taken the easy way out, how long did it stay easy for you? Maybe 20 minutes, couple days at most? As soon as you start to rest on your laurels, as soon as you start to stay in a place of stagnancy, what the universe often does is make your life more difficult in every other possible way. And as they make your life more difficult, as they start to shake the trees, you realize that the easy way has never been the easiest way to be. You realize at that time that you start to doubt the decisions you've made and the choices that have led you to where you are. And as they are in that place of self-doubt, as they are in that place of feeling called back to you, for most of you, again, twin flame energy prominent here, they will finally transcend what has held them back. They will finally reach out to communicate, could be around travel, okay? And that will excite them to do so. It will excite them to do so. How will my collective respond to this, if anything? You will forgive them, and likely just that. Wow. For most of you, that's what's going to happen here. This person will reach out. You will open your heart to a message coming from an earnest place, a genuine place, and you will forgive them. But nothing beyond that. For most of you, you won't want to indulge in anything beyond that because you feel like that closes the cycle. Once you forgive this person, you close the cycle, and you do so with love. And you will look at this relationship as something that you no longer long for. Because you will realize that all you were longing for was closure. All you were longing for was clarity, truth, understanding, completion. And it feels like in this moment, yeah, cycle closure. That gives you the peace that you need. Damn. Any advice for my collective moving forward? Okay. So for many of you, your destiny is beyond this person. This is about acceptance. Yes, Steve, this is about acceptance. Rejection is God's protection. Whatever non-denominational deities of choice protection. For many of you, this person rejected you because they were rejecting something in themselves that they weren't willing to look at. And in the moment in which they rejected you from your perception, there was a personalization and a feeling of abandonment. And in that feeling of abandonment, You were forced to go within and experience the pain that you hadn't experienced in order to be able to find a deep connection to yourself. And as you found a deep connection to yourself, you found a deeper connection with the universe and the world around you. And as you did so, you were opened up to the journey and path. You allowed yourself to be led by your heart, feeling weary and feeling heavy, but still feeling optimistic about what was to come. And as you healed from this perceived slight and you forgave this person felt that healing, and this person felt that there was a shift in your energy. And they then started to look at themselves. They started to acknowledge their own flaws. They started to acknowledge what they had done wrong. They started to acknowledge the fact that they had tricked you or they had been unfair with you. They were not transparent with you. They started to acknowledge the fact that they forced you to be patient for something that they never ever materialized with. They never ever came forward with. And that was cruel. That was cruel to someone that they loved deeply and dearly, still do to this day. And that is also cruel and unusual punishment for somebody that you feel came into your life simply to love you. And the karma that they incurred was recognizing that the experiences around them and the life that they were experiencing around them didn't bring them the same passion and joy that one conversation with you did. And as they looked around and felt a sense of disconnection, disillusionment, they realized there was no solution other than to go within. And as they went within, they realized the part of themselves that was also disconnected in the same way the part of you was disconnected. And as they healed that part of themselves, they experienced growth unlike anything they had ever experienced. And now in that moment of growth, they persevere through a period of discomfort in which they acknowledge the changes they have to make in their life, starting with asking you for forgiveness. And as they do, there's a cycle completed for them as well. I see them coming forward to ask for forgiveness. I see most of you being connected to someone else at that time. And as they ask for forgiveness, it releases something in their heart. A feeling of grief over the pain that they've caused you. So you both are able to move forward. And alleviation of the tension in this relationship allows you to be free. And as you are free, you both can go forward to pursue what you're meant to pursue. On this person's side, they will regret the day that they chose to walk away from the love that was so pure that was in your heart. Of course they will regret it. But this, my dears, is also part of their path. And part of that regret informs their commitment to healing and their willingness to look even closer at themselves. As you move forward, many of you again, union with a divine counterpart. Could be an Aries, Libra, somebody that is a perfect match for who you are and what you're wanting at this time in your life. And as you establish yourself in this new life, as you begin to create something new with someone who truly appreciates you for who you are, you will feel a sense of both culmination and completion of this old cycle, but a sense of joy in knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be. So I hope that message was helpful for my collective. Sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If that message resonated for you, 1111 down below to let me know that that was yours.